What up, YouTube? It's your boy WhoDat Comics and Movies doing a contest entry for Reggie Simmons contest video. So I'm doing this entry. I'm gonna try to make this short and sweet, as short as possible. So Reggie Simmons is doing, I think it's IDMB Pro, but it's Reggie Simmons, Reggie Comics. Follow him on Instagram. And what's up, HME3? Thanks for stopping in. So I follow him on Instagram and on YouTube. Great guy, doing great things. Try to watch as many of his videos as I can, and also follow, like I said, follow him on Instagram. So he's doing a contest, and he has four prizes: $100, like it's all cash, $100, $75, $50, $25. So he asks like some questions like, why do you collect, and kind of like, why do you collect, and what made you collect, stuff like that. So what made me collect is things when I was growing up. My parents used to go out shopping, go to the mall, things like that, and I would stop at the bookstore, or I would stop at like a little thing spinner at rack where they have comics, and I would see things like this that would interest me because I used to watch The Simpsons. So this is one of the first. This is not the original book I bought. I got this from Legends Live Auction. I had to have it because I remember reading this as a kid, and so I had to own it. So I remember reading this as a kid. This came out in 1993, and I read this as a kid. Put it back. I never was able to own comics growing up because my parents played sports a lot, so a lot of our money went into that type of thing. So, and it was like, you couldn't really put money into all these comics, things of that nature, because we always were putting money into sports, which was fine. But anytime I had an opportunity to read things that interest me, like the TV shows I saw, like The Simpsons, or other cartoons like the Ninja Turtles, the cartoon that I saw. Um, that's why I'm showing off these books, that I read them as much as I can, and I put them back on a rack. So as I got older and was able to purchase things myself, spectacular. Daddy, choose anyone. I'm gonna choose one in a second. Okay, there you go. Go. So as I got older, I was able to purchase. What's up, Stephen Oates? How you doing? As I got older and was able to purchase these items like these, I went out and bought them. Just like other collectors, you see things from your childhood, you're able to get them, you get a little money, and you go out and buy them. So that's what prompted to me getting more into collecting comics as I got a little older, besides just reading them. I always would read them, and I would get stuff. And sorry for little WhoDat making a lot of noise. Bonnie. So besides, because I don't have the trade with me. I would get a lot of trades. I would say in college. And college has been over 10 years ago. Surprising enough. So I would get those more so than individual issues. Even I would say later in high school, I'd get trades because those were easy to read. And then when I got a little older, it was easy to collect individual issues because I had my own money and stuff like that. So, but that's kind of what got me into collecting. Also, as I also what else got me into it is, when you see things as you get older, you start to recognize characters like this, Siri, and Black Panther characters like these, characters that kind of look like you, kind of represent you. That kind of also reflects you, and that also is another reason why got me into it as well. You see things on picture and paper, and your imagination runs wild. So another and and I would say that's kind of what my backstory of collecting. Um, so didn't really get, as people might have stuff from their childhood and stuff like that. Like I said, we never had the opportunity to get things from our childhood. Excuse me for one moment. Um, so she was just making so much noise. I had to turn the headphones down. But I wasn't able to get as much things as from my childhood as others because I wasn't able to. It's okay. I wasn't able to get things like that. But I was able to read a lot because when we would go to the mall, like I said, we would go to the bookstores and that and stuff. But I would always. I'm very good at visualizing things, so I would remember covers. So like when I saw this cover, I was like, man, I remember this cover. Um, so, um, and his other covers, I always remember covers more than titles or stuff like that. So, as a kid, that's how I kind of remember things. I remember covers and issue numbers. So, but and then another reason why, uh, as I got more into collecting, as I gotten older, um, and collecting bigger books and other characters like this. Um, that I've been trying to find her first appearance for a reasonable price for a while now. Is because of my daughter, and I've really trying to because I bought a few books for her that she's opened up. She likes the colors. She likes the characters. She's seen Minnie Mouse on a book, and she's gotten very excited. So that's another reason why, uh, as I gotten older, I like to collect, um, um, to kind of I want to pass on into something I want to do with her. Um, and it's something I think we can do together, if that makes any sense. Because there's a lot of things, as she gets older, she might not want to do with dad, but if she is into this, she might just still want to do with dad because she might, still like drawing, or she still might like reading. So I think that's why another reason I want to get, kind of do these things with her, take her to these conventions when she gets a little older, let her get a little drawings when she, things of whatever character she wants. She got, like, a few weeks ago, she bought her first My Little Pony comic, and I mean, she loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. It was a 9.8 that she got for like $2, that she turned into like a 5.0. But I was so happy because she was so happy. And that's the type of thing that kind of got me, it gets me very more excited than that gets me more happy and excited than getting maybe like a Hulk 181 is when I'm getting things with her and she's smiling and I'm smiling. So that's kind of like my little backstory, and I hope this is a good video for Reggie's contest, because that's kind of like why I collect and what I collect, or you know what kind of gets me into collecting. It's a little bit of her, a little bit of hoping to that keeps us close together as we get older, and it's something I think it will because I see it with other people, and because like I said, the things when I look at covers that I read when I was little, um, at stores, brings back good memories of with my parents, buying groceries or buying clothes, because I can remember reading this at a store, and flipping through it, and I thought it was like so cool because it was so shiny. And Bart Simpson was like one of my favorite characters. Uh, and then I don't I didn't know anything about the Ninja Turtles old series when I was a little kid, but I remember the Turtles. I think it was Turtles Adventures. I remember those comics, the Turtles Adventures. I think it was Turtle Archie. Not 100%, but that's kind of like remember reading those and stuff like that. And then when you get more into as you get older, you find about more about older characters and other things like that. And so it's a very but that's a little bit it about me, and why I collect and what I collect and all that good stuff. So I just want to thank Reggie for doing this contest, and I want to just congratulate anybody who enters and who wins. If I don't win, and anybody to subscribe and take a chance on it, do the video. I'm mainly doing the video because if I do win, I'm going to. I have a purpose to do something with the winnings. A few of the guys I'm in all fairs with. One of the guys kind of getting me like um, 50-cent books, kids books, and I'm not gonna go into full details what I'm doing with those kids books, but you can kind of guess what I am. But um, so hopefully I'm lucky enough to get one of the four, because that's what I definitely gonna. It'd be better because that's what I'm trying to do this holidays is getting a little care package together, and he's been getting a bit of books for me. So I've been trying to get as much as I can. So that'll be that's the only reason I'm kind of entering. It's like saying fingers crossed. Maybe if I win, I can get more books for him to get more books that he can find for me for his kids' books, and I can kind of me and my daughter can kind of donate for. So y'all guys subscribe to Reggie. Take a chance on his contest. Um, you guys have a great evening, great rest of the week. People in Florida, be safe. They had that hurricane late in the season. It's very abnormal. And me and little WhoDat is going to be out, and she is hungry. Want to say bye-bye?
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Say peace.
Peace. I got peace.